Let's get right into it today. As the title say, do and don't while using tretinoin. Guys, thank you for coming back, watching the video. If you are new to this channel, I have 2 videos that's doing really well, and thanks to y'all. But first, let me just say this. That's hella disrespectful that you guys are watching my video and not subscribing, because it's way too many of y'all watching my tretinoin videos. I got like one video is doing 17,000, almost at 18,000, and y'all ain't even subscribing. That is very rude. Don't get the information and not subscribe. Don't be coming on my channel using me and not subscribing here and subscribe or commenting or liking. And for the ones that do comment and like, thank you. I appreciate it. I love you. But yeah, guys, so I have 2 videos on tretinoin. So this is my video that I'm going to talk about do's and don'ts, because I do get questions. Someone that uses this and I use it very careful, I still fall short sometimes. Like I went home, so I forgot to even go up on my sunscreen. I usually use SPF 50. But I kind of started to use 30 because I like this brand. And I took the 30 back home with me to South Florida, which is another sunny state. And let me tell you something. My skin was irritated. I wasn't even directly in the sun, but I was in the sun. And you could see the irritation on my skin. My skin went immediately, like it went dark. When I mean dark, guys, I'm not talking about like me being dark skinned. I'm just saying like dark, like irritation. Like I notice when I get irritation with my skin, if my skin is super, super dark, like right now you can see like a nice glow because it's recovering. And it took like 2 weeks for my skin to get back to normal. But yeah, it was just really dark. And of course, my family members, my cousin and my mom realized it, and it was like, what's wrong with your skin? Your skin is like super dark, and that's not normally how your skin is. And matter of fact, if you're Caribbean or foreign or something in that nature, you know it's always a herb or something that they have for every type of pain or anything that you're suffering. So of course, I can't really explain to my mom that I'm using tretinoin. She's going to be like, what is that? Won't you just use this and drink this herb and do this and do that? I'm like, lady, if it was that simple, trust me, I would have drunk my herb tea. My skin is acne prone. I need science behind it. So, you can't really explain it to your family that don't have acne prone skin. So they always like, oh, you should do this and do that. It's not that easy. Like my skin needs more than the herbs and the natural stuff. All right, guys, so let's talk about the do's. So the first do I want to talk about is only using tretinoin at night. I got a question on my Instagram. I'll drop my Instagram, guys. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, iamskinbeauty. And someone asked me, well, actually, she didn't ask me. She told me that she uses it, tretinoin, twice a day. Guys, that's an absolutely no. Please, again, I'm not a dermatologist. I am someone that used tretinoin for about a year and maybe 5 or 6 months now. So I think I know what I'm talking about. This stuff is very, very strong. Tretinoin is a very, very strong medication. Like, please do not irritate your skin. Your skin do not deserve that. Do not irritate your skin by using it twice a day. It is way too strong, guys. Only use it at nighttime. That's what my dermatologist recommended to me. So please, nighttime, keep saying it. Guys, pea-size amount. On my first tretinoin video, I show you guys exactly how I place it on my skin. I place it, a pea-size amount can go on your face, it can go on your neck, and it can go on your chest. Like, look at your girl chest and look at my neck, So I'm able to put a pea-size amount on these 3 areas. So a pea-size amount goes a long way. Do not go over. All right, guys, so the next do I want to talk about, use sunscreen. Guys, anytime you're prescribed with anything has to do with acne, use sunscreen. Like, Don't even second guess it. I know, like, for us, especially, you know, my community, because we feel like we Black, we don't have to use sunscreen. I promise you, I used to think just like that. And I realized how important sunscreen is. Like, sunscreen is, especially when you're using tretinoin, it's going to help your skin stay calm. Like, if you don't use sunscreen, I just talked about that experience of me going back home, how I didn't use the proper sunscreen. Like, it like sets you back, you know, it sets you back. Like, all that hard work that you've been putting trying to keep your skin clear and pretty and glowy, and if you don't use it and you're out in the sun, it's going to set you back. Your skin is going to get irritated, it's going to get dark, you may break out. Like, I'm not saying you can't be in the sun, just use sunscreen, because Lord knows I love me a good sun like tan. Like, I can just, you know, on a good 75, 80 degree weather in South Florida on the beach, like, I could just lay out in the sun. But I would dare not to do it without sunscreen. If I'm ever in the sun, I'm using sunscreen. But even that experience, like I said, I didn't use the proper sunscreen. I still got irritated because I went up on my tretinoin. If you guys watched that video, you know I went up on the strength, and I didn't have the proper sunscreen, and it still irritated my skin. So these are the sunscreen that I currently use. This was the 30 that I used when I went back home. This is a no-no. If you went up on your tretinoin strength. I should have just brought this back home, but now I'm currently using this, so my skin did kind of recover. It actually did recover. So I'm back to using the 50. I'm going to keep using the 50. I'm trying the Peter Thompson sunscreen. I really don't like the sunscreen. I'm gonna have a video on sunscreen and I'll tell you why I don't like it. But yeah, see, I'm like always looking for sunscreen, different sunscreens. Like, they're super important. I absolutely like this because it doesn't leave me any white cast, but it's not strong enough. I absolutely like this one, but it leaves me a white cast on my neck. I don't know why it does, but it does not irritate my skin or break me out. Again, I don't really care for this one. I just got it. I tried using it with my skin care routine. It just didn't work out. But all right, guys, so another do. So when I first started using tretinoin, guys, I did not purge. My skin did not peel. And I want to say the reason why, for me, this is my experience, guys, because I use Prescribe. I always try to use like very heavy moisturizer, but moisturizer that doesn't clog my pores. And I just recently, I want to say maybe a year ago, got into oils because I was one of those girls that was afraid of oil because I have oily, acne prone skin. So I always thought that oil was going to irritate my skin and make, you know, my skin more irritated and I get more acne. Oh my God, that's a lie. Oils are the best thing I could have did for my skin, especially if it's a non-cosgenic oil, meaning that it won't clog your pores. So I have videos on all of these products I'm about to. All right, guys, I had to do a voiceover on this part. So CeraVe is one of my favorite moisturizer. I absolutely love this moisturizer. It works so well with tretinoin. So this is highly recommend. Tretinoin. And then I talk about vitamin E. I do switch off my vitamin E brands. I just started using this vitamin E. I talked about this. I have a video on jojoba oil. Absolutely love this oil. This is absolutely one of my favorite oils. Then I talk about rosehip oil. I have a video on that, rosehip oil. So these are all three oils that I use with tretinoin, and they work very, very well. They don't irritate my skin. Someone asked me on my tretinoin video, first video, to vitamin E. Vitamin E, does it clog your pores? Vitamin E does not clog my pores. This is how my skin is looking, guys. Again, I have no makeup on. I try to do these videos without any makeup so you guys know it's real, okay? I'm giving y'all the real deal. I'm giving y'all chocolate goddess, all right? Without makeup. But I do be tempted to put makeup on because I like to be extra. But anyways, back to oils. Yeah, so guys, use oils, use moisturizers. Do not use this stuff. Like, again, I know we're so ready to get rid of our acne. We probably think like, well, I'm gonna just use tretinoin and I don't want anything else to interfere with it. but use oils. It's going to make your tretinoin work a lot better, and it's going to be a lot less irritation, at least for me. All right, guys, so another do. Guys, a lot of you been telling me that you're on tretinoin, and maybe you have not gotten your tretinoin with your dermatologist. Maybe you got it somewhere else. Guys, I just want to just make sure that I'll let you guys know, please don't go up on the strength without you using the lowest strength. So for use a 0.05%. That's what I was on for a year. I want to say a year and 4 months, right? And then I got into the 1 to 0.1%. So I worked my way up to the highest strength. I wouldn't recommend for you to go 0.1% without trying the 0.5% first. So before you go into this, you know, use a retinoid. You know, if you're unsure and you have mild acne or you have no acne. For me, again, I had severe acne and I was prescribed. So try that before you go into this, because this stuff is strong, but it will work, but it's strong. All right, guys, so that sums up my video. So I'm just going to do a recap on the don't. So again, guys, we want to make sure that we don't use it twice a day, only once a day. We want to make sure that we don't skip moisturizer. We want to make sure that we don't get too much sun exposure. If you're going out in the sun, make sure you have a hat on. I always wear hats if I'm going out on a hike and you know, things in that nature. And if I'm not, even if I'm not in the sun and it's nighttime, I still use a sunscreen, guys, because like I said, this stuff is very strong, and it's you can get irritated really fast. And just keep in mind, guys, it won't work because you're using more. So you want to always make sure you use a pea-sized amount, because if you use more, it may irritate, it will irritate your skin and make the situation worse. All right, guys, so thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. Once again, guys, I am wearing no makeup, so you guys know it's real. It's just oil and moisturizer to keep me on nice and chocolate, you know, and goddess and glowy and pretty for the 2022 year. Y'all know I'm extra. Like I always say, guys, make sure that you're true to yourself, you're good to yourself, and you are your skin beauty. Don't let no one tell you otherwise. Peace. All right, guys, if you made it this far throughout the video, once again, thank you. Make sure you check out our website if you want to support us. We would greatly appreciate it. We are a self-care brand. You can find us on iamskinbeauty.com.